Hey everyone, Waj Gaming here, back again with another video. We're back. It's another sync grid guide, and it's for Alder and Volcarona. He has appeared in the game before, and he is getting out a rerun event. So what I thought I'd do is I'd do a sync grid guide on him, look at his stats, his moves and skills. I have got him, and I've got him at 6.ex, so I can give you my opinions on him, just in case if you want to summon on him. So that's what this video is for, looking at his stats, moves, skills and his sync grid, and looking at what lucky skill is best for him. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, do like the content, do share it around, and now let's get into the video. Okay, so Alder, let's look at his stats first. Again, these stats are outdated. He can go up to level 130, so I'm just going to show you his stats at level 130 at 6.ex. So his HP is amazing, 784. It does go up to 800 when you level 135 him. Attack stats, 326 attack, 390 special attack. He is a special bug type striker, so the special attack there is what you want to look at a lot more. His special attack is amazing. His defenses, they're 161, 161. I mean, they are good, but they're not that bad. And the speed 378, so he is fast. He's got struggle bug in his kit, so he can lower special attack. He can increase his critical hit rate with die hit plus, sorry. He's got a hyper beam, so you can see the base power there, 267. It does hit like a truck, and it's got unparalleled power. So what it does, it radically raises the special attack, sharply raises the user's special defense and speed, but lowers the defense. On the lucky skill, I think I'm bending on him, so his defense can't get lowered. Another option you could do is do critical strike 2 on him, or critical strike 1. But for me personally, I put unbending on there because when his defenses do go down, then he just becomes a bit weak and stale. Other people may disagree. I think a lot of other people have critical strike 2, but if you've seen my 2v3s and master mode videos, I do opt for unbending. He's got Voyager's bug buzz as a sync grid, so it's got a base power of 300. But his main, we can say his main attacking is his hyper beam and his struggle bug as well, which we're going to see later on into his sync grid. Ooh. Okay, so he's got a passive that's called bug shift, because we all know hyper beam is a normal move. Bug shift changes that to a bug type move. He's got rejuvenate 6, so after he sinks, he's going to get a full +6 on the move gauge. So when you are attacking with other Pokemon in your team, you can try and quickly use their attacks to reduce it to 0 on your move gauge. And then you can use rejuvenate 6 to just increase it back after you synced. Then he also has adrenaline 2. So adrenaline 2 reduces the sync move counter by 2 when a sync move is used for the first time. So again, it's helping you. It can make you go into 7 rather than 9 after you synced with Volcarona. Looking at his stats and his moves, he is amazing. I have used him, and you can use him for a struggle bug grid, you can use him for a hyper beam grid, you can use him for a sync new grid, and he is amazing. Even at 1 out of 5, he's amazing. Let's move on to his sync grid. So we'll first look at his sync grid at 1 out of 5. When I did first summon on him, when he first came out, I did get him at 1 out of 5, and I can say I did use him a lot more than all the other bug type Pokemon. His kit wasn't as amazing at 1 out of 5, but it still did the job with hyper beam and struggle bug when you want a lower special attack. So what I went for was I just went for this. I went for die hit MP refresh 3. I know it's at 1 out of 5, but you don't need it, but if it's there, you can use it. And then I just went for the flame proof and hyper beam plus power 2, and then I just went for all the other struggle bug nodes. So that's what I went for. You know, it doesn't look that amazing, but with his kit, his stats, his passives, he is amazing. Even at 1 out of 5, he does hit like a truck. Moving on to 2 out of 5, and 2 out of 5 you've got a lot more to play with. So what I did was I used a striker candy coin later on to make him at 2 out of 5, and you can now see how much extra things he has into his kit. So 2 out of 5, we're just going to go for the ring around Volcarona. The next thing that I went for was definitely the Hyper Beam move gauge refresh 2 and the accuracy. So it's increasing the accuracy of Hyper Beam so it does hit, because you don't want to hit and then it misses and you've just wasted them 4 move gauges. Then we've got move gauge refresh 2. Then I also went for leg up 2. So leg up 2 is once per battle, has a moderate chance of reducing the sync move countdown by 1 when it enters into battle. And let me just check how much extra energy orbs we've got left. So we've got quite a lot. If I do remember, I went for struggle bug move gauge refresh 3, and I went for all the other struggle bug power ups over here. Ooh, still got a cold. So yeah, so this is what I went for. So you got leg up 2, so has a moderate chance of reducing the sync move countdown by 1 when it enters into battle, so you are going to go then on -8 rather than -9. Then you also have struggle bug move gauge refresh 3, so when you want to reduce the special attack and it is successful, you've just got an extra boost in move gauge. And you've also got the Hyper Beam move gauge refresh 2 and then the Hyper Beam accuracy. I mean, you could go with power reserves 2, so when it's in a pinch it does get a bit more powerful. It's got flame proof if you ever want to use it and you don't want it to get burnt, and it's got unparalleled power move MP refresh 3, so you can try and increase more of your stats, but from using it, it's not really needed because you can get +6 on a special attack when you first use the move anyway, and the special attack is what you want to increase anyway. So that is the grid to go for 2 out of 5. If you are going to go and get him at 3 out of 5, then you have a lot more to play with. You've got devastation in the grid, so the more the special attack has been lowered, the more this powers up moves. It's got struggle bug critical strike 5, so if your attacks become critical with your struggle bug, then the struggle bug move will hit a lot more harder. You've also got struggle bug super duper effective 9, so if you are playing in a bug type champion stadium and you're using this move, you can see how much extra damage that struggle bug is going to do. It's also got overpower, so the more the opponent's special attack has been lowered, the more it's going to power up moves. Then you also get access to the sync move power ups as well. Let's go down a bit more. So you also have unpowered hit and heal 9, so when you do use that trainer move, you can gradual heal as well at the start of the battle. You also get access to another accuracy +5 for Hyper Beam, and you also get access to move gauge refresh 2 on Hyper Beam. So looking at his grid, the grid that I go for 3 out of 5, it's over here. So I normally opt for the Hyper Beam build. So what I do is I just go through this route because you spend less gem or less sync orbs to get to it, and that's the Hyper Beam move gauge refresh 2 and also both accuracies as well. So I get accuracy +10 and I've got move gauge refresh 4 because I've got both of them together. I also go for then overpower because the more the special attack is lowered, the more it's going to power up the Hyper Beam. And then I also go for the struggle bug move gauge refresh because I will be using that in the beginning to lower special attack so that the Hyper Beam can hit a lot more harder, and then I can sync as well. And don't forget, after you sync, you've got the -7 on sync because you've just reduced the sync move countdown by 2. So that is another option. Another option you could go for is the struggle bug, you can say sync grid. So with the struggle bug sync grid, you don't really need any of the bottom nodes, you just focus on the top. So you definitely go for Struggle Bug Super Duper Effective 9. You can go for Struggle Bug Critical Strike 5. You don't really need Devastation as well, so you can go for some Struggle Bug power-ups over here. There you go. So you can go for even this, and when you go for this, the Struggle Bug hits like a truck, and the more you use it, the more powerful it's going to get, because again, it's going to be super effective if you use it in a bug arena, and it's also going to have Critical Strike 5. If you've got the lucky skill Critical Strike 2, that's Critical Strike 7 on the Struggle Bug, plus your Super Duper Effective 9, plus your Overpower. So you can see 3 multipliers in there for one struggle bug, and that's also going to do a lot more damage as well, because it's going to lower your special attack on your opponent. So those are the 2 sync grids that you could go for. You could go for a nuking sync grid if you've got it at 6-star EX. So I'm just going to take all of these out first. So you definitely want the sync node power up, and you definitely want another sync grid power up. So now you need to think, okay, well, how can you get to it, and what is the best option for selecting the nodes? You definitely want Devastation, because Devastation, we know, if you've got it, it's going to increase your sync move power up if the special attack is lowered. So your only option is to go through this route here. So you have Struggle Bug Move Gauge Refresh, Struggle Bug power up, Struggle Bug power up. Let's check how much extra we have. So we only have an extra 25 to go to, so you can probably go for this route here, and then we can go for this here. This will cost 7. Yeah, so we can go for all of these over here, and you can even get Hyper Beam Accuracy 5 as well, and you can get another accuracy. There you go. So it's like 2 in 1. So if you do go for sync nuking, to get the multiplier, you've got Devastation in there. You've got both sync move power up, so that will give his sync move a base power of 350, and you've got a multiplier of Devastation. Ideally, the best option would be the Hyper Beam build or the Struggle Bug build. Even though if you do sync with him, he does still sync hard. He does have his benefits. So let me know in the comments, are you going to summon on Alder Volcarona, or are you going to summon on the triple banner that we've got with Lance, SS Cynthia, and I've forgotten. There's 3 of them. You guys know. You can let me know in the comments. I'm not, because I've got them all, but do let me know in the comments if you are going for him. But also do remember, next month we will have maybe summer seasonals, and then we also have the 2nd year anniversary coming up, or G-Max or Dynamax. So think wisely before you spend. Let me know in the comments. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, do like the content, do share it around, and I'll see you all for the next one.